everybody, and welcome to Cooking It Real. I'm Kathy. Ratatouille. What do you think of when you hear that word? A lot of people think of the movie Ratatouille. That was a Pixar animated cartoon. No, all animateds are cartoons. Are all cartoons animated? Okay, I don't know. Oh gosh, I'm off to a great start. Anyway, 17 years ago, a Pixar movie came out called Ratatouille, and it was the story of a rat whose name was Remy, and he lived in Paris, and he dreamed of becoming a chef. And he got his chance to prove his culinary skills when he made Ratatouille for a restaurant critic. And if you've ever seen the movie, it's really cute, and as is every Pixar movie, right? To me, Ratatouille is an end of the summer vegetable dish. But it's the time of the year when tomatoes are in season and the zucchini and summer squashes are prolific, eggplants are good, peppers are in, and it's just a delightful dish. Now, in the movie, and sometimes in real life, ratatouille can be gorgeously prepared, infinitely delicately constructed, slight slivers of the vegetables, all arranged artfully in circles and fans and but ratatouille is basically a simple dish. And that's how we're going to prepare it today. We're going to do it the way I do it. We're going to cook it real. We're not Thomas Keller. We're not at the French Laundry. We're going to make it in Kathy's kitchen the way Kathy makes it. Okay? So let's look at the ingredients. What I have here are the classic ingredients for ratatouille. Starting out with eggplant. I have an Italian eggplant here. It's not that big, so I got a couple of the little baby ones from my garden. I have a zucchini, a yellow summer squash, a green bell pepper. These are some garden tomatoes, some early girls, a lemon boy. This is cherry purple, and an onion, a yellow onion, a little bit of garlic, and some herbs, also from the garden. The most prevalent herb in ratatouille, in my opinion, is thyme. And so here's some fresh thyme, and I also got a little bit of rosemary. We're going to add it all in together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop these in the way that I chop them for my ratatouille, and we'll put it all together and then we'll get it in the oven. Okay, I'm going to start with my squashes, and my goal is to kind of cut everything into chunks that are relatively the same size so they'll all work together well. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to 375, and I have a casserole dish that I'm going to put everything into the oven with. Now you can scale this up or scale it down depending on how many people you want to feed. This is an absolutely wonderful side dish to go with so many different dishes. It could be a meal on its own with a little bit of bread and cheese. Also, it makes a great addition to a pasta sauce. If you have any of this left over, just add it to some tomato sauce or tomato puree. Bada boom, bada bing, you have something that is truly amazing. Now see, I'm going to make little chunks like this. Everybody's going to kind of be the same size. So let me speed this up for you. We're going to do summer squash, zucchini, eggplant, green pepper, tomatoes, garlic, and onion. And we're going to put them all in this bowl, mix them up, herbs, salt, pepper, olive oil, boom, ready to go. All right, fast. Now, if you're so inclined, you can peel these eggplants. I don't mind the skin at all. This is going to cook for about an hour or so. Everything's going to get nice and soft, including the skins, so I just leave them on. but that is a personal preference. You do you, as always. We support everybody's right to cook it real their own way. And this looks like a lot of veggies. It is a lot of veggies, but they are going to cook down and get nice and soft. So no worries. Okay, now for our herbs. I'm just going to strip the rosemary off of the stem and give it a rough little chop. You can leave out rosemary if you aren't a fan, or if you don't have it, you could use dried. Like I said before, the classic herb is thyme. So I would make every effort to either buy fresh thyme, grow fresh thyme, or you can use dried as well. I'm just gonna run my fingers down here, get it off like that. Oh, it smells so good. I love thyme. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. All right. Thyme can feel a little fiddly getting the leaves off, but the stems on my garden thyme are tender, so if some stem gets in, I don't worry about it. No big deal. I might need some more. I don't know. It seemed like a lot when I was picking it, but maybe not. And I'm not even gonna chop it. I'm just gonna leave it in its little, beautiful little leaves. Okay, I decided I was gonna add a little bit of dried thyme as well. This is about a tablespoon. And another thing I decided, and I'm gonna scooch this over for just a second, is that I need a bigger bowl to mix this in. So I got a bigger bowl, and you're not gonna be able to see as well, but I'm just gonna pour all this in to here. Oh, and we're gonna keep on going. Extra dirty bowls, that's okay. All right, so in goes the dried thyme and the fresh thyme and a little bit of rosemary. So we'll go like this. Oop, almost dropped it. I might get a little extra to sprinkle. And then we're going to do some salt and pepper. So let's see. This is a lot of veg. So I'm going to do about a teaspoon and a half maybe of salt. You do you. And some cracked black pepper. That's about 30 grinds. Now I got a big spoon and I got my olive oil. Now, we don't want to be shy with the olive oil. It's a very integral part of the dish. So I'm just going to pour it on, baby. I'm probably going to use a good half cup to start. Going to mix this up. See if you can see this. Just mixing it all up. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. And it smells so good. I can smell the onions, of course, and the herbs. Oh, and I can sort of smell the tomatoes a little bit. All right. Now that looks like it's all covered with olive oil. So I'm I'm going to add just some more, just for good measure. It's not going to hurt nothing. All right. And like I said, this is going to cook down. So I'm going to put it all into this pretty casserole dish. You can use a baking pan or, you know, whatever kind of oven proof container you have. Or you might have to split it into two even. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Come on now. All right. Oh my gosh. Look at. Cooking it real. All right. Hang on, everybody. Get in here. Get back, Jack. All right, you know what? I have another little casserole. I'm going to do a little dividing. One moment, please. Okay. Making just as much of a mess. Okay. In. Take some of you all. Just a little. There we go. Beautiful. Lovely. Marvelous. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. That is absolutely stunning. All right. Now I think I'm gonna get a sheet pan so I can put these on a sheet pan, and hopefully they'll be easy to get in and out of the oven. I'm gonna put them in a 375 oven for about an hour, and it's gonna get nice and soft. We'll check them after an hour. Okay. Everything's nice and tender. Oh, it's juicy. Gonna be good. All right, I'm gonna serve some up here. You know, a nice sprinkle of Parmesan cheese would be great on the top of this. A little balsamic, maybe. Ooh, yeah. Nice. Okay, Will thinks it needs a little salt. He tasted a tiny taste. But look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Like I said, this will make a great side meal on its own. A little bit of cheese. Will's putting a little bit of balsamic vinegar on his. You have to hold it up so we can see. It's very hot. Try to get a little eggplant, a little zucchini, a little tomato, a little onion.
Tastes wonderful.
Let me be the judge of that. He's right.
Very tasty.
Everything's really tender, but the green pepper still has a little bit of crunch to it. Not crunch, but it's got plenty of integrity. If you're the kind of person that likes much softer vegetables, then by all means give it another 20 minutes or so, and you'll be happy with that.
How is 1 hour is perfect.
How is it with the balsamic?
Very good.
Good? All right. You heard it from the expert here.
The salt makes it all pop.
You think it needs a little salt? I think it's okay. But, you know, taste is subjective, so you do you. And speaking of you, thank you for joining me today. And until next time, keep cooking it real. Bye, everybody.
Very good.
Mm.
You should try this.
You should.
Mm.
Mm. We've got a bunch. This freezes well, too. Hey, everybody.